Hi, I'm Pepper Sharp.
And I'm Melina Michelle.
And we're
back for Sashes!
Jazz hands!
Woo, theater nerds! Alright, so in our last episode, we started talking about fashion.
And then we kept talking about fashion.
And we started talking about accessories.
So you know what we're going to talk about today?
More fashion!
Because we're just gonna.
Because there's also way too much to talk about, and the last episode was also about 40 minutes long, getting there, so we really just needed to do a part 2.
And trust me, no matter how short long this is, we could write books and books and books about fashion choices,
Accessories.
themes, accessories. But we want to give 2 special shout outs. First off, look at our Peggies. Peggies, Tatiana, El Tatiana, we love you.
These are a pinup staple in every closet. You should have at least one. You preferably should have one of every one that she offers. You can dress them up. They can be casual. They are really affordable, and they have pockets!
Like, seriously, Tatiana, her price point is perfect. She's got something that fits every wallet. She always has cool deals going on. And they're the perfect, just like dress up, dress down, wear to the grocery store, wear on stage.
Yeah.
It's just really good, approachable, glamorous, beautiful pinup wear. And Elle, we friggin' love you.
Love you so much. Tatiana, she is our go-to for our daily pinup needs. We freaking love her. You should love her too.
And our second shout out, just to touch on this a little, I'm sure we're going to have a big recap about this, but I just recently came back from my old hometown of California, and yes, it's just one giant town that happens to be a state, trust me. If you're from there, if you know, you know. And I had the wonderful honor of being one of the 12 finalists picked to walk the Miss Moon Eye stage.
At the last contest
The
at
very
Irwindale Speedway.
Irwindale Speedway is such a big part of California history and drag race culture, and Moon Eyes itself, the brand, is such a big deal for the car culture. If you are any kind of car gal, hot rod girl, rat rod girl, you know about Dean Moon and the wonderful contributions he made. And let me tell you something, that backup girl spirit was going strong, and I got to meet Lady Splendor!
You did?
Erica.
That's right, I knew that.
Erica, you are so cool. You are so welcoming and wonderful. Guys, we've said it time and time again, throw your money at Lady Splendor. She is like a one-woman powerhouse. We support our small businesses. We support our women-owned businesses. She's just so good. She's so sweet.
And I'm just going to say this as a fashion designer, costume designer, vintage fashion enthusiast. Her quality is top notch. She actually takes actual gowns from the past and remakes them. So also something to know, when she makes a new drop, that's it. Like, she very rarely does a new drop. So once it's out and it's sold out, it's gone. So if something drops, you throw your money at her.
And let me tell you something, you're not going to find anyone reselling their stuff on Poshmark.
Oh, no.
Because Lady Splendor is such a good quality, and trust me, yes, we have looked on Poshmark.
I have looked.
It ain't going to happen.
No.
It just ain't going to happen.
She's been out now for what, like a year?
A little more than that.
A little more than a year, and I have not seen a single Lady Splendor come out secondhand. So when she drops something, you run. You do not walk. You run. You do not stop. You do not pass go. You do not collect $200 unless you are going to give it to Lady Splendor.
Especially if you collect $200, because then you're just going to put it in her pocket.
Yep.
You are going to take whatever she hands you, because $200 will, no matter where it goes, she can give you something beautiful for it.
Yes.
Erica, thank you so much for being such a sweetheart. We love you. Big hearts, big ups, and can't wait to see you at Viva.
Yes, so excited. I'm jealous you got to meet her first.
You're going to get to meet her second.
But you got...
Anyway, that's a perfect segue into fashion part 2. We want to revisit themes.
Yes, because there are some themes we didn't touch on. We touched on a lot of the common themes last time. So your classic rockabilly, your psychobilly, your tiki, your classic true vintage styles.
And we touched a little bit on event specific, but we kind of need to bring it back in because while there are less common themes that you're seeing, I'm starting to see a lot more, like Western.
Western, you just recently did Western.
Yes, I did Western. It was for Miss Bohuff, another California contest. I was a finalist for that, and I got to fly out to California and share a stage with probably some of the most amazing women in pinup right now. I mean, I got to share a stage with Millie Rose Mitchell, and that woman is a force of nature. She is an inspiration, and she's just one bad.
She's the queen of us all.
I can't say it or we're going to be demonetized, but she is a bad fill in the blanks, and I love her to death.
Oh, I'm going to have to edit that now.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
We're awesome like that.
Mm-hmm.
But Western happened to be the theme. Now, for me, it's kind of funny because my family's from Arizona. I mean, they're from the Midwest originally, but they all wound up in Arizona at different times. So, like, my mom used to play band during rodeo week out in Tucson, Arizona. So Western has kind of been a theme that's around me, but it's not one that I've really, like, touched on a lot. So we had to do some research.
Well, and also, we're on the East Coast. So Western theme, if you're on the East Coast, you're probably never going to see it. Or if you do it because there's no theme, that might pop up. Like Rumble at the Ranch this past year, there were a lot of Western, like cowgirl,
which made sense because
Rumble at the Ranch. But other than that, I have never really seen it out here in
and
Florida.
There are so many Western themes, like Miss ZADM did it, Miss English Classics, Jess Ranch, and then Bohuff did Western. So with that kind of a thing, I really had to think about it because in certain pageants, you know, as we've both said this in the past, your outfit tells your story before you open your mouth on the mic. And you might not be lucky enough to have a pageant like Bohuff or Moon Eyes where you actually get to talk about the inspiration behind your outfit. I was very lucky that I got to. And I'm also very lucky that I have my own personal in-house designer because Melina came up with a beautiful Western dress with three layers of dangly sequin fringe.
I love dangly sequin fringe.
Oh my God, the wind that thing got when I did a twirl.
It's like a sparkly twister, but with no cows.
And I even got to make a hurricane joke with it because I literally had to survive a hurricane to get on my plane to go to Bohuff.
Your flight got rescheduled
because
of this hurricane.
I literally flew in the morning of the day before the pageant and I thought I was going to die. But I looked damn good.
Yes, you did.
I had to kind of pull from different themes. Now, for me, I had to think, well, what does Western mean to me? That came out a lot with the accessories because the bolo tie that I settled on looked almost exactly like one that my grandmother used to have in her jewelry box because it's almost the law. If you move to Arizona, you have to go out and buy 5,000 pieces of turquoise of every color and then it sits in your jewelry box. I can't make this stuff up. If you have a grandmother who spent even 5 minutes in the Southwest, you know what that section of her jewelry box looks like. So, and then for my inspiration, I'm very much a Zorro fan, even though Zorro's not technically a Western. I'm a Quick and the Dead fan. I loved Sharon Stone in that movie, and I liked Dallas from Sin City. She was cool. So I brought that to Melina and said, Western.
And we did it. You had a lovely satin black dress. You had the dangly fringe, because Western and fringe, they just go hand in hand. I gave you a sheriff star that I rhinestone because if you're doing a pageant outside in the California sun, you definitely want the light
and
to
I
hit it.
I took my cowboy hat and I did a huge flower arrangement on it. Yes, I rhinestone succulents. No, I don't regret it. Yes, I am insane.
I do regret gluing lashes on my eyes tonight because my lashes are, I'm sorry.
It's okay, dear. You don't have to do anything but sit there and look pretty. Sights for suckers. No, it's not.
What?
What? Anyway, so, and I also had one of our Pinups and Pumps Florida sisters, Tina, who owns Bombshell Baubles. Throw your money at her.
Yes.
If you can think of it, she can make you jewelry of it.
Custom jewelry.
She made me sheriff badge earrings that said Sheriff Sharp on them.
Did she make guillotine earrings recently?
She made guillotine earrings. And we support the guillotine.
Do we though? Well, the earrings. We support the guillotine earrings, but not
the earrings.
guillotine.
The earrings, yes. We support the earrings.
Yeah, I'm just going to stop there.
What?
What?
She also made me my custom Moon Eyes logo earrings that I wound up wearing in the Miss Moon Eyes pageant. So it's just connect the theme. And let me tell you something. Cowboy boots. Cowboy boots are really beautiful. Cowboy boots have that perfect balanced heel. And you think that you're going to be able to walk a straight line for 8 hours in your cowboy boots. Okay. Yeah. Going back to our we wear flats thing before the contest, I decided to wear my cowboy boots the whole day. It was 90 degrees out.
Didn't you listen to me?
Hey, look, to be fair, nobody listened to that day. We all thought, oh, we're going to wear our cowboy boots. It's not the same as wearing high heels. 3 hours into 90-degree weather, walking on grass and asphalt later, it took me about 10 minutes to pry my feet out of those boots. But they looked great. They looked so great.
Beauty is pain, folks.
But you know, you can get your basics, and it's all about how you wear your basics.
Yes.
Like you can have a cowboy hat, and you can do really cool things. Like Millie Rose Mitchell wrote Bo Huff and Dead Sled's car show on there. She connected it back to the people who were putting on the contest. Now, a lot of people decided to take that Western theme and tie it back to Mr. Bo Huff himself, who is a staple in the California car community. Like, Bo Huff himself was a legend. I mean, the cars that man owned, and people actually went out and did the research and found the color schemes for his cars. They found little embellishments, and they used that in their outfits. The woman who took first runner-up, Millie Marie, a living freaking goddess. If you run into her in San Diego, you give her a hug and tell her it's from me, and she will probably laugh because I'm insane. But she actually, like, hand-beaded. That outfit must have been like 45, 50 pounds by the time she was done.
Oh, I believe it. I've hand-beaded dresses before.
She hand-beaded the color scheme for one of Bo Huff himself's cars. And another girl, Megan Mischief, also worked similarly to that theme using a different car and a slightly different color scheme. But people brought a lot of different things behind it. So you've got this basic theme, and it's what you put into it. But you're going to need your cowboy boots. You're going to need your cowboy hat.
You're going to need your fringe.
Fringe is a big thing. You've got, you know, companies like Rockin' Betty do some amazing Western stuff.
Ella Rebel has some great Western stuff.
She really does. And Violets in May has done custom Western stuff. Hey, Lady Splendor, can we have some really cool vintage Western wear? I swear to God, if your next drop has any Western in it, I will literally donate all but a pint of my own blood to be able to afford the whole collection.
Isn't that the dream, to get everything she's ever made? I know. And so for the next theme that we're going to talk about that isn't so commonly found, but it's probably more commonly found than Western, for sure. And it's a choice you can make for an open theme depending on where you are and what the show is. But swimwear is a theme that you might not commonly come across.
It's definitely a big thing at Viva where, like, you know, it's almost a 5-day pool party, and they do have a vintage swimwear contest.
Or if you go to Rockabilly Q in Charleston, they have the Miss Atomic Splash pool party.
And out in California, out in Muscle Beach, they have a lot of vintage swimwear competitions.
So the key thing to take away if you are choosing to wear a swimsuit, whether it's for Viva Las Vegas pool party, Atomic Splash, or any other swimsuit contest, is you must keep it family friendly. Now, that's not really a hard thing to do because most vintage swimwear is modest. It leaves more to the imagination. Like, even if you're in a two-piece, it is going to be more high-waisted. I personally am a fan of one-pieces, and here is why. You can get away with wearing shapewear if you want underneath a one-piece suit. So if you want to make that hourglass figure, tighten your underbust corset, you got that hourglass figure. If you're not getting in the pool, you might as well wear some layers underneath to give you the right silhouette that you want.
And to kind of make it stand out, like, a swimsuit is a great canvas. I've seen people turn around and take play-suit skirts and put them over their swimsuits.
Like
and
swimsuit cover-ups.
Yes,
almost.
and it is a fabulous look. Even just, you know, like swim robes. Vintage swim robes were so beautiful.
Oh,
they
God,
literally fly behind you.
You can do so much, Jinx.
Mm.
We didn't plan that.
No, we really didn't. That's creepy. So you know, from head to toe, once you've got the swimsuit, you know, there's a lot of room to do really cool hair flower arrangements. Like you can go
Yes.
full tiki. You can fit into a tiki theme. You can do like Marilyn Monroe bombshell look. You can do so much with it. You have plenty of room for bangles. You have plenty of room for little embellishments and the shoes.
The shoes.
The
Oh my
shoes.
gosh. The shoes. Now, with shoes, when I competed for Miss Atomic Splash in Florida, my choice of swimsuit, I wore a Deadstock Pug Maryland swimsuit. Those swimsuits, if you can find them on Poshmark, oh my God, they are the best swimsuits in the whole world. I wish Laura would make a new drop.
I think between the two of us, we have almost every color.
Almost.
We're getting there.
We're getting
still
there.
looking for the bronze.
I'm looking for the red one. But I got, I had a green Pug Maryland swimsuit. Ruching is your friend. Ruching is always your friend. It just looks great on every body. Like the gathers in the front, it's gorgeous.
And
I
we're
love
just going to be
ruching.
honest, the Maryland is very good to the girls upstairs.
Doesn't matter your size. The Maryland is just, it flatters everything. So Maryland swimsuits for Deadstock Pug, always a great choice. In terms of shoes, I had Dr. Scholl's. I'm not gonna lie, I do find Dr. Scholl's wedges because they are supportive.
And they've got that vintage look to them.
They do have that vintage look, especially in like the whites, the blacks, the tans. They were tan. They were a neutral color. If you can get like one good pair of wedges in a neutral color, they will literally go with every outfit that you own.
And you can't go wrong with Lucky Lou's.
You cannot. I was going to touch on Lucky Lou's. If you want really good tiki quality shoes, whether you're doing tiki theme or swimsuit, Lucky Lou's will go with any swimsuit that you wear. They're
And
just perfect.
she does so many different colors. You've got solids. She's got ones that'll pick up like 3 different colors. So whatever you're wearing, you can find a pair of Lucky Lou's that are good. And you know, as a disabled gal, heels can and can't be my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say, I had a pair of Lucky Lou's for my walk-around outfit before the Moon Eyes contest, and I was on my feet for 2 hours. I did not hurt after that.
No.
At all. I had a pair of the Lucky Lou Cherry Blossoms in black that I was wearing, and they were very balanced. They were very nice.
Yes. They're just very
They're
good
good.
quality shoes. Now, pro tip, if you are going to wear Lucky Lou's for any contest, unless you're feeling really confident, get the ones with the slingbacks.
You need the slingbacks, you need the ankle straps, you need something to keep them shoes on.
The support, you need them to be secure on your feet, especially if you go crazy like me with posing, and we'll do an episode on posing in the future. I like to do twirls. I like to do passes and stand on one leg, and I need to make sure that shoe is going to stay on my foot and give me the right balance that I need. And as we were talking about the swimsuit theme, Lucky Lou's or a good pair of wedges, they are great for any swimsuit. Vintage swimwear, I love vintage swimwear. I feel it's just so flattering for a woman's figure. As Pepper said earlier, it is a blank canvas. You can put a vintage shawl on. You can do a flower crown with hibiscus flowers.
So many bangles.
It's so
all
many.
the bangles.
You're bangle crazy. But vintage swimwear is always a great choice for a pool party. Would I necessarily do it for an open theme contest? Maybe. It depends. I would say if it's summertime and you want to go up there, I mean, like I said, the Maryland swimsuits, the Deadstock Pug Maryland swimsuits, they're classy enough. They almost look like a dress.
And they also look like part of a play suit. So
They
you
do.
can pair them with an overskirt.
Well, someone actually did that for Miss Orange Fest.
and she looked
And
fantastic.
it worked perfect. She had the pug swimsuit. She had the overskirt. Beautiful accessories. It can work, but use your discretion.
Yeah.
Would I use it for a car show? Probably not. But something
Depends.
like maybe. I don't
But yeah,
know.
no, not so much. But
Yeah.
you can do a lot of it. Again, it's what you bring to it.
Yes.
You know, it's when you pick exactly how you're going to convey a theme or what you're going to be bringing to the stage, you really need to just do the work to make it yours, to tell your story,
Yes.
to do something you're comfortable with, and then just run with it.
And if it's that beautiful vintage swimsuit, give it a try. See what happens. Take a risk. Sometimes we might have what I'll call a pinup fashion rule. And you might be the one to break it and have it work. I just broke one recently.
I've broken a couple.
Sometimes it does work. Take a chance. You have to own you. You have to be yourself. And you have to feel comfortable. Those are the biggest takeaways.
And, you know, even in open theme stuff, there's always a theme to events. Even if it doesn't have a theme. Like if you're going to something like Wrench Fest or Slam Fest and they happen to have car shows, that is a theme.
It is.
You're going to a car show that happens to have a contest going on.
And and it's December, so Wrench Fest, it was around Christmas time, and Casey Sunshine, she had that beautiful, unique, vintage green cupcake dress, and she put red, but she looked like a literal Christmas tree.
Yeah, and at Moon Eyes, the amazing woman, Miss Babsy, who won the title of Miss Moon Eyes, she actually worked Christmas theme into it because she saw the Christmas tree lights of the Speedway. You know, yellow for, you know, on your market, yellow for slow, red for foul, green for go, the checkered flag underskirt, and she even had a blue pendant on for the prep your engines.
I just realized something. There's another theme that we weren't planning on talking about, but it's coming up because it's kind of an unspoken pinup fashion rule. If you're doing a contest at Christmas time and it is not specifically mentioned as a Christmas contest, if you show up tying the Christmas into whatever theme that contest is, that seems to add unspoken bonus points.
Holidays are actually a really great little bonus boost into your outfit. Like at Bohuff, again, Miss Babsy had done a Halloween themed Western outfit and it looked so cool. But like taking those little cues, like people will tend to gravitate towards throwing a little bit of the holidays into their outfit.
And it works.
It absolutely works.
Absolutely works.
You know, it works if you work it.
Yes.
Like if you can find a way to tie in multiple things to your theme, like again with the Western, you know, we had people up on that stage who were tying in things to Bo Huff, even though Bo Huff is not Western. Bo Huff is a car guy. You know, we had people tying in, you know, the car club that put on the show, you know, Dead Sled's Car Club. People were taking little itty bits and putting those into their outfit. Like for Moon Eyes, the theme was a tribute to drag racing and Dean Moon. And I personally brought in aspects from my family history with drag racing. And then I also had a little nod to like the pit crew for Moon Eyes. I had a nod to Irwindale Speedway. I had a nod to pinups and pumps there.
You had a nod to Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, everything can work into your theme. It's not just thinking about all right, we're just going to start with Western. Because you want to be able to connect to the audience. I connected to the audience by being able to tell my story, Irwindale Speedway, pinups and pumps, talk about Dean Moon and Moon Eyes. I was able to tie in a lot of themes and a lot of stories. You know, you don't want to pile on too much because then, you know, it's too much for you to keep track of. It's too much for the judges to keep track of. But doing those little nods to the people who put on the event, the people who made the event possible, you know, a nod to yourself.
Yes.
And then, of course, you know, it's got to be on theme. You can do a lot with very little or very lot, in my case. I had a lot going on, but it was cohesive.
But it was cohesive, yes. No matter what you do, whether you're picking just a couple things to tie into your outfit or if you've got a list of 10 things, it has to be cohesive.
Like,
don't just slap things together and be like, oh, look, I'm a Christmas tree. Oh, look, I'm a race car.
Now, here's a big thing. You can get really, really down to the bare bones with tying in a theme. At Moon Eyes, I chose to do my hair in victory rolls.
Yes.
Now, I was able to tie that in when I was talking about what inspired your outfit. I said, well, I have victory rolls for the victory lap because it was Irwindale Speedway's victory lap. It was their last event. And I tied it into my answer because I had a chance to talk about my grandmother, and this is all her fault. this is all her fault. And she used to get up every morning 3 hours before everyone else, and she'd put her hair in victory rolls and do her makeup. And I was able to say, she got up every morning, she do her victory rolls, put on her makeup. And today I really understand that, because I myself was in the makeup and hair chair for 3 hours doing these victory rolls.
Pro tip. We're going to do an episode about hair and makeup eventually, but since we're talking about hair and victory rolls, if you want to save some time on doing your hair, I have a little tip that I like to call wig and don't worry.
Indeed.
I love wig and don't worry because, okay, so for me, I have very thin, fine hair. I'm not great at styling hair. I'm usually on a budget. I can't really pay someone to style my hair, so I invested in a wig that I can wear time and time again. I just throw on my wig cap, I throw on my wig, and I am done.
Definitely go for lace front.
Lace front is very good. Now, hard fronts aren't bad. You just have to know where you're getting them from.
And you have to know how to brush them and how to style them a little bit.
There is some maintenance into a wig. However, if you don't want to sit in the chair for 3 hours like Pepper did, wig and don't worry. There's your pro tip.
For me, I always figure when I'm going into a contest, I am going to be putting out a certain amount of my budget for my hair. As I've said, I am disabled. I can't hold my arms up for that long to do tedious bobby pinning, because after a while it's going to start hurting my shoulders, it's going to hurt my back, and then ain't nobody walking across the stage. I would be crawling up there, probably looking really good, but I would be crawling up there. It really goes a long way to invest in a wig or invest in a hair and makeup person, unless you are insanely talented. We know many people who are insanely talented doing their hair and makeup. If you don't feel confident enough to do it yourself, a little goes a long way. And paying out that money for that wig or paying out that money for that hair and makeup artist means that you're spending more time thinking about other things that you can control before you go on that stage, like your answer, your outfit, what poses are you going to be doing, how do you want to enter the stage, things like that. It frees up so much brain space.
It really does. I feel, especially if you're going in for a bigger contest like Viva Las Vegas for Moon Eyes, for those, it's definitely worth the investment. For your hometown car show, for the smaller pageants, up to you, your discretion. As Pepper said, if you're not that confident in it, sure, go for it if you have the money. But for the smaller ones, not necessary. If you're going for the big time, might want to at least invest in the makeup, if not, and a good wig, if not, and have the hair done on top of it.
Because I will tell you, being able to sleep an extra hour and a half before you get up to go to the venue, it goes a long way.
It's worth it. It goes so far. And for our third and final uncommon theme that you may see, it's actually, it's not that uncommon, because it's one of those themes that it could actually be a theme, or you can choose this in an open theme. And that third and final theme is glamour.
And here's the thing with glam. You will see pageants that will ask you to come, dressed to the nines.
Yes. Rockabilly Q,
big time.
Florida and Charleston.
Bo Huff a couple years back was old Hollywood glam. And oh my God, Bomber Betty killed it on that. She deserved it.
Harbor Hop
is very much like last year was glam, and some of the outfits people were coming up with 20s to 40s glam.
There is literally a glamour ball at Viva Las Vegas and a glamour competition.
And I've also seen people just decide to go the glam route, like at Moon Eyes, the very amazing and beautiful Dollface J came out dressed as what she thought an old Hollywood drag race backup girl would look like, and she had this fantastic custom 20s glam gown on, and it was so cool looking. But you can also choose to take the glam route in open themes.
Yes.
Like, I did this for Sizzlin' Summer, and I walked away with first runner-up.
You did. You wore the El Rebel Golden Age dress, which is no longer in production.
It's very much a golden goddess glam dress.
Yes.
And I did that because I thought, you know what, my theme is going to be a literal ray of effing sunshine. I even did a gold rose crown that had rays coming out that had rhinestones on them. I had gold heels. I was even wearing, you know, stockings. I had done my nails and everything. And let me tell you, that was probably not the power move to do in a Florida summer.
We're never doing a contest outside of Florida again. Bad choice.
Nope. But I took a risk, and I thought, I'm going to go glam on this. And I definitely stood out, and it worked in my favor in that one. Because, again, it was, you wear the dress doesn't wear you.
And you were on theme because our theme was Sizzlin' Summer, and that really could have meant anything. And I was judging that contest. And we didn't have a cohesive idea of what Sizzlin' Summer was, so we kind of went with whatever summer means to you.
And Bibbidi Boppity Betty won wearing that great picnic, that watermelon.
The watermelon
dress. She had the ant hair piece.
The ant hair piece really sold it, and that is why she won, is because she accessorized so well. You did too, but
the
also,
people who won tied the whole outfit together, and accessories literally broke a tie.
But it did. It broke the tie for second runner up. But that ant was
so cute.
That ant was all hail the ant.
Well, you know what the Pink Panther said when he stepped on a bug? Dead ant, dead ant, dead ant, dead ant, dead ant. Yeah, I'm old. Anyway. You can do a lot with glam.
Yes, you can do it because that can encompass a couple different decades too. It's not just 40s and 50s. Like you said, you can go back to the 20s. Sometimes 20s and 30s does work for certain pinup contests. I wouldn't go beyond the 60s too much because unless they're specifically asking for later decades, it's not, you're getting out of what is traditional pinup.
Like, you can go more into the 70s when you have stuff like car shows, or you have stuff like that, because you can get into like drag racing backup girls. You can do the go-go thing. But as far as glam, you don't want to go past the 60s on that. And like, old Hollywood is just a really great catch-all theme. Like Miss ZADM did Old Hollywood for, I think it was 2 years back, and Megan Mischief won that one. And my God, the dress she had, that black, shiny, sequiny velvet.
And it is so easy to do glam because there's so many great designers out there. Of course, you and I are going to throw our money at Lady Splendor. Always. I have 3 glam dresses of hers, and one of them I am dying to wear. I haven't had an opportunity to wear it yet.
Pinup Girl Clothing also has a really great bunch of glam. And if you shop on Pinup Girl Clothing, use your code Melina M Smart or Pepper Sharp, and you can get 15% off your order.
And this includes the sale items too.
But she has some beautiful old Hollywood glam dresses. She did a bunch of team-ups with Rubber Ducky, that one green sequin gown I have. That is...
the Gothic glamour gown.
Yeah.
The Monicas. The Monicas are another one that are like these
Monicas are a great staple to have for glam that's functional.
Yes, and there are a few Lurex ones floating around out there, but even just the matte ones, like a basic black one. I have the black one and I have the red one. You accessorize with pearls and the right jewelry and the right hair, it is glam. Like, there doesn't need to be glitter and sequins everywhere on the dress if you accessorize well. Although you probably do want to go for nice and shiny all over as much as you can.
I mean, I have the Monica and California Poppies, and I love that pattern. She made a leopard print one that I'm still trying to find.
I would love one in silver.
You need the dark Bella Roses one.
She's sold out online right now.
Look at on Poshmark.
I haven't found it yet.
Poshmark's your friend. El Rebel does amazing glam gowns. I mean, she reproduced the Marilyn Monroe JFK birthday dress.
She's got it in she's got it in 3 different skin tones, and she just released the Midnight Edition. I actually like the Midnight Edition the best.
And Vintage Vandalism does some beautiful glam. I've got the Magdalena wrap dress, and you're right back there to being a 40s femme fatale, waiting for the detective to walk in and ask about the mysterious circumstances your husband died in.
But with glam, you've got so many options. You really, really do, and it is so easy, and I get excited when glam does come up.
if you are at any events in Florida and you see us, come up to us
Yeah.
and say "Bat for Sashes," and we got a sticker for you.
We
do
do.
merchandise.
We have stickers now. I'm sure there'll be more merchandise coming.
Oh,
we
yeah.
haven't really thought about this.
Absolutely.
We just turn the camera on and talk at you guys. There's really no plan.
This is kind of our natural state of
yeah.
being.
This is yeah.
But if you see us at Viva, we will have stickers, and we really want to see all of you guys.
We want to say hi. We want to get to know everybody.
And we're both in the running for the Viva Las Vegas Queen of the Car Show.
We are.
And while judges' choices haven't been made, we don't know if we've been picked for judges' choice or not. But once that happens, voting will open up.
Mm-hmm.
So you will have a chance to vote for Melina Michelle and Pepper Sharp. You get to vote for 3 people at a time. So throw us a vote. You know what? Throw our main woman, Miss Raisin Hell, a vote too, as if the judges don't pick her, because I think
She's
the judges
fabulous.
need to pick her.
I mean, look at her photo. Oh my, God.
I mean, yeah, Jace.
Stop it!
I win. There's just so much to talk about when it comes to fashion, but really the overall idea behind fashion, behind themes, behind glam, behind all of these different things we said is pinup really is for everybody and for every body. And just because something seems like it's a narrow theme or it seems like it's a really huge theme,
Just tell your story.
tell your story.
And be yourself and be comfortable.
Always start with your story.
yes.
Because the outfit, you can pick something up off a rack. If you want to just grab a dress and say, this looks pretty, that's cool. But you know what? Even that's a little bit of a story because there's more to it. Why did you pick that dress? Well, I like the color red. Why do you like the
red?
color red? Well, it reminds me of a rose bush that my mom had out in front of it. There's a story. You've just made a personal connection. So no matter how small or, how daunting it is, your story is the most important story that you are going to be telling, and the dress is just your pen. That's how you write your story. So make sure you're comfortable. Bring your flats or Melina will punch you.
No, I won't. No, for legal reasons, I won't.
I'm supposed to say she won't.
Well, you're gonna bail me out. If...
Yeah, well, I always recommend bring a change of clothing.
yes.
Make sure that whatever you have, you can move in,
Yes.
that you can pose in, and that you can be proud of. Accessories, 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 accessories. From head to toe, tie the outfit together.
Wear a petticoat.
Wear shapewear.
Wear shapewear if you want and you are comfortable. And please, 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 the biggest rule of all, keep your outfit family friendly. It doesn't matter if you're wearing a swimsuit. It doesn't matter if you're wearing a play suit or a dress. It must be family friendly.
Do
Do not wear
Don't wear lingerie.
Do not do it. You will be disqualified immediately. We realize, there are pinup photos in lingerie, but that is never a theme. That is never criteria for a contest. Keep it classy
Now,
at all times.
There's nothing wrong with when you're flashing your petticoat.
Oh,
you
no,
happen
no,
to be
no.
wearing a great garter belt, show the
Cute.
garters, show the back seams.
Acceptable, but do not physically wear lingerie to a pinup contest.
No, because
Never.
that has happened. It was a disaster. I've seen people removed from lineups for wearing inappropriate outfits.
Yes, it
Don't
does
waste,
happen.
Don't waste your time. Don't waste the contest time. Family friendly, because if you wouldn't wear it in public, if you wouldn't wear it to the grocery store, don't wear it to the contest. You wouldn't walk into a grocery store, wearing lingerie. You wouldn't walk into a grocery store, with half of everything hanging out. Respect yourself. Respect the people around you. What you do on stage is also a demonstration of how much respect you have for the people who are taking the time to watch you, the judges who are taking the time to score you, and the host who is taking the time to introduce you, ask you your question, and play on stage with you. It's all respect, but more than anything, respect yourself to get out there in something that makes you happy and tells your story.
And that's it. Thank you guys for watching our second part of Fashion Week. I think we pretty much covered everything.
I think we got it. And next week, we're going to start going a little more into hair and makeup, and we just might have a special guest for you.
I think so. So stay tuned. Bye.